Over on Instagram, I used to host Tiny Victory Tuesdays in my stories every week. New followers initially felt discouraged by this. They would DM me saying they didn't have any wins to share, and I'd remind them that all we're looking for is the tiny victories. No win is too small to celebrate. And gradually, even the most stressed out step parents started sharing hesitant wins like, well, I guess I cried less this week, or my stepkid didn't completely ignore me. These are tiny victories that couldn't possibly be considered wins by anyone other than step parents who are deeply committed to finding that light at the other end of the tunnel. Tiny victories that absolutely, totally, 100% count as wins. I remember wishing for huge, unmistakable wins myself. Dramatic court victories and firm boundary setting and admissions of wrongdoing by certain high conflict exes. The sexy wins, you know? Looking back, though, I find that it's the tiny victories I treasure the most. Like that time my stepkid spontaneously hugged me when I surprised her by painting a fairy mural on her wall while she was at her mom's. Or the time she could have picked anywhere to go for her birthday brunch, and instead she requested that I make her favorite pancakes at home. Or the time that the kids watched some show that made them laugh so hard, they came staggering into our room to try and tell us what was so funny. And then they couldn't even talk and literally just like rolled around on the floor. And those are the moments that I hold closest in my heart, the tiniest of tiny victories. And I am so thankful that I didn't overlook them just because they weren't loud, massive wins all lit up in neon lights. We all carry an image in our heads of what it means to be successfully blended and what our step family will look like or act like once we've worked everything out and we finally feel like a quote unquote real family. Good news is you're already a real family. Blending is a process, not a destination. What makes a blended family work isn't the big stuff. We become blended through hundreds of small successes and shared memories along the way. That mumbled good morning from the stepkid who ignored you yesterday, the lack of an angry email from the ex last week, or maybe only one email instead of many. Look for those bright moments, those teeny tiny victories, and celebrate them for the wins they are. Those are the breadcrumbs that will lead you to blended.